So let's be honest, starting a tutoring business is a great way to make money part-time or even full-time, but it's difficult to get started, and one of the biggest hurdles you'll face is finding your first student. So in this video, I'll be sharing essentially how to get started, how to get your first students, what online platforms to use, and a few more topics. But I'm going to be answering a question that has plagued tutors for centuries, and that is, how much should I charge my students? So if you're new, my name is Conrad, and basically my history with tutoring was I tutored online and in person for about 4 to 5 years, and this was in my high school years, end of high school and beginning of university. Now I would say personally the biggest challenge I had to overcome was getting over the fear of starting. This is actually where I struggled the most, because I felt that I wasn't qualified to teach or that no one would listen to me. But as I found out later on, I noticed that nobody actually even cared. Nobody gave a toss. And if you could help someone with a problem they struggle with or something that they can't figure out, then you are doing essentially what a tutor is supposed to do. You're helping people learn new skills. Basically, my personal mantra is pretend to be something you're not until you really are. Next up, defining your niche or niche for the Americans. So tutoring can come in many different forms. You can teach an instrument, you can teach someone a language, or you could teach someone maths. As you can see, all of these different arenas are vast. So it makes sense that you'd need to define what you're good at. Now there's this concept that I've learned called the hedgehog concept. Okay, so briefly to describe what I mean by the hedgehog concept, I've got the iPad here and I don't have Apple Pen. I've got my finger because I don't have much money. There are 3 circles, and the one circle is what are you good at? The next circle is what are you passionate about? And then the last circle is what can you make money with? Then that is where you find the middle point where it is perfect. That is your niche. So next up, let's choose a platform. What platform should you use if you want to give online classes? So I define a good platform as something that's easy to navigate for yourself and for your student, and something that is teachable on. I tried FaceTime, WhatsApp call, Zoom, and my personal favorite out of all of them, it's none of them, it's actually Google Meet. And the reason why I say this is because in Google Meets you can actually schedule a time with your student and send them an invite through Google Meets. But if you don't like Google Meets, I would suggest something more in the likes of Zoom. Zoom is also a really good platform. I think just there's a limit of it of 30 minutes, so that's the only downfall with that. But you guys can correct me in the comment section. This is the topic that I'm sure you are the most confused about or the most inquisitive about. How do you get more students? Hey, don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you're enjoying it so far. Let's get back to the video. So I'm going to give you guys my best tips for this. If you're someone that likes to give classes internationally because of the times, and maybe it'll be better for you to give classes at night, then I would suggest trying to get your students on Reddit. And I know that it sounds weird, but there's actually a subreddit called r/tutoring, and people advertise their services on here, and there's actually people that want these services. But this is not that effective, I think. My recommended method is going on Facebook groups and specifically looking for teachers groups, looking for student groups, looking for parent groups, looking for school groups, and then posting on those groups that you offer XYZ, you offer math tutoring lessons. For myself, it was accounting. The benefit of doing this is that you put yourself out there and you get a lot of people to see your advert. And whenever someone is asked, listen, do you know someone who can help my child with maths or with accounting, whatever, then the person will think, oh yeah, I saw this advert in Facebook, and then it just makes it much easier for them to be able to recommend you. So while I did a bit more research on this specific topic, I actually came across 2 websites that you can go and try online. Now I haven't personally tried them, and I'm trying to perhaps do a video about the one, and the 2 websites are wisent.com. I'm going to put it up here and link it down below. And then also for the languages, if you specialize in tutoring languages, it is italki.com. Like I promised in the beginning of the video, the question is, do you need to open a bank account to be able to start this business? Well, I'm not a financial advisor, but I would suggest if you're planning on taking this seriously and doing it as your full-time business, then think about maybe creating a business. But if you're doing this as more of a side hobby like I did, then I would suggest rather than just using your own personal bank account, and you can just get started right away. If you want an article that explains a bit more, I'm going to link it in the description. How much should I charge per hour is the next question, and this varies from country to country. But when I did a bit of research, because I'm from South Africa, I personally used to charge 150 Rand per hour, but I know because my younger sister is now in matric and they are charging her about 200 Rand per hour. So Obviously the prices have gone up because I tutored about 3 years ago. In America, I saw it's about $15 to about $30, sometimes even $50, but that depends everything on your specific location and what you teach. I'm going to give you just the general ballpark, which is about $15 to $30, I believe, per hour. So if you're interested in knowing how to market or grow your tutoring business, then I'm going to release a video about next week, or it might be released already. You guys can just click here. If you're interested in another video, it's going to be up here or up here, whatever you like. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.